Oh, hello and welcome in. This is Ann with Andale Homestead.
Hello, everyone. It is Cayce over at Ormsby Farm, the halfway homestead.
And I'm Monica at Bland's Promised Land Ranch. Welcome in, everybody. Okay, so do we have a visitor tonight, Casey?
We do have a visitor, and we're really excited to bring her up. You saw her yesterday on our first premiere episode of season 7, which was really crazy that we can say that. But Chris is here. Chris is joining us.
Hey.
Now, Chris, what we like to do before we get started is we always put it on Miss Ann. We make Miss Ann do it. But Ann's going to say hello to everybody in the chat. She has that good southern twang.
Yeah.
Says hello to everybody.
I know not what you speak of, my darling. Hey, Joe, fix it for you. How you doing, Joey? So glad you're here. Rebecca, touched by yarn. And we are all touched by Rebecca's yarn. A lot of us are. Thank you for your blessings, honey. And Phil Beck, I do. Glad to have you in here tonight, Ann. And Robin Hood Homestead, my What About Bob from Minnesota, USA. He says, "How do, everybody? Hello." Paul Cayce Farms, what are y'all doing? I love him saying that. Makes me giggle and laugh every single time. Mrs. Dallas, thank you for being here. Hey, y'all. Hey, she says. Tamra, L&L Homestead. I think I got it right this time. Hey, I'm so glad you're here. Lost Monkey Bongo. Cool evening, everyone, he says. And there's Joe Fix It For You and Paul Cayce. Everybody's talking to each other. It's wonderful. Rocks and Raccoons with Auntie Jan. Hello. So glad you're here. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We're going to have so much fun with Chris from Chris and Larry Homestead, chrisandlarry.com. And Chris has been doing some really cool things for us the last couple of days. What is that, Chris? You've been putting things on your site.
I have. We changed servers and all of my blog posts disappeared. So over the last couple of days, I've been making sure all of the crockpot recipes that I had mentioned in yesterday's video are slowly appearing online. I have to go back and find everything. So, and we'll get that link posted for you guys here in a few.
Awesome. James Hall, how do? So glad you're here. US Freedom 5, thank you for being here, honey. I'm so glad everybody's in. It's so fun to see all of you.
It is. And I will say, Ann, before we get started, because I know we had a lot of comments on our video yesterday about recipes. And we are going to have the recipes. We promise, we promise, we promise. Now, if you go to chrisandlarryhomestead.com, she does have the recipes that she talked about, plus little bonuses. And then wait until the stream ends, and I will make sure that all of the ones that me and Ann and Monica talked about will be there. But also, Chris is very generous that she will have it on chrisandlarryhomestead.com as well.
It's chrisandlarry.com.
chrisandlarry.com.
Yeah, chrisandlarry.com. And if you click at the very top, there's a blog link, and I actually moved everything into crockpots, so it's so much easier. You can just see that part.
Awesome.
I want to type that in so people. I'm trying to add a little banner. There we go.
We are some blessed folks, Troy. There we go, chrisandlarry.com. And she's all made it there. Oh, Jesse's girl at Lazy Days Ahead said they're unpacking their home. Oh, I'm so glad you made it home. Thank you for telling us.
They've been traveling.
They have been traveling fools. They've been gone since like August the 12th from their home.
Jelly.
And they're just now driving in the driveway and unpacking. So I'm so glad they're here. Hey, DeMoose Barbecue and Outdoor Adventures. Glad to have you. Hello, hello.
Let me tell you, it's not very folly feeling in Georgia right now. I can't even say that I have tried one of the crockpot recipes, only because it's still 9 billion degrees. It may be that, what did they say? It's called the end of summer was yesterday. I'm like, well, end of summer is feeling a lot like 87.
It was 97 here today.
Yeah.
So, yes, 97. And it felt like it was even worse. I walked inside the house and the kids were like, it says it's only 89 degrees on this weather app. And I walked in the house and we have a little thermometer that sits outside of our house. And it registered at 97. I was like, yeah, that weather app is a liar because it's literally feeling like the 90s. So yeah.
I don't know, you guys. It's beautiful. It was 85 degrees here today, but it was 40 degrees last night when I had coyotes coming through our farm. So yeah, I had to put on a sweatshirt to go outside last night at midnight and 1 and 2 and 3 to scare off coyotes. So
oh my gracious, bless your heart, that's terrible.
What about you, Erin? Is
my
it
turkeys.
It is not folly here. It was folly 2 weeks ago. But
Yes,
it's
it
not folly
was.
here. It was beautiful weather here 2 weeks ago, and I was really looking forward to it being folly this Saturday for the farmers market, but lo and behold, it says 88, 89 degrees. So, it'll be what it'll be.
Yeah.
But tonight, what we're talking about is crock pot meals and how to be able to have things ready to go to be thrown in the crock pot that is easy. We're recouping from yesterday's premiere video on Round the Hay Bale. And Chris, you were cooking up a storm. What was it that you were cooking, girl?
I did a creamy garlic chicken. It's just a few ingredients. I did put that online, but I'll kind of go over. I seared all my chicken breasts and then threw them in the crock pot. It was 4 large chicken breasts and some chicken broth, some cream, and then it was salt and pepper and garlic, and it was the raw garlic and then some parsley. And that is it in that recipe. It is so super simple. And I ate it that night for dinner and was just as happy as pie.
That's awesome. And Monica, you said, I might not have a specific crock pot, but I do have a number of other items. What do you have that you use for your crock pot? So your slow cook meals.
So I have several of the regular slow cookers. I have 2 of those. And one of them heats really like unevenly. Like it's like an older one. So it gets really hot sometimes and it stays really hot, which is kind of weird. But I use my Instant Pots a lot. And you can slow cook in your Instant Pots. And I love that feature because it doesn't have to be so fast. So actually the other day, and I'm not sure if I even talked about it on yesterday's episode, but I have a slow cooker recipe that I use. It's called Thai beef stew. And I love this recipe. It's actually from, I brought my cookbook in from Danielle Walker's Against All Grain. So when we were doing paleo for a while and we cut out a lot of those carby things. And so when I started doing my Thai beef stew, it's great because you use jicama instead of potatoes. And the jicama really gives you that little bit of a crunch. And you add, instead of adding potatoes and carrots, you can add some carrots, you add the jicama, and then you add broccoli into it. And my kids will eat it over rice, but Eric and I eat it like a beef stew. And it is amazing. And it has curry paste in it. And I did that just over the weekend. I did it for Sunday lunch. I had it started Saturday night. And I put it in my Instant Pot, my really big, great big Instant Pot, put it on slow cook and let that mess slow cook overnight.
Yum.
By the time we got home from church on Sunday, it was just on warm and it was nice and warm. And we were able to eat that for lunch. And the kids made some rice and, in the Instant Pot just for a few minutes. I think rice takes 12 minutes in the Instant Pot. And so, yeah, I use my Instant Pots all the time as slow cookers. And I put crock pot recipes in there too. I change it up if I need to, because we move kind of fast around here. But I will say that there's lots of really great recipes that you can do in your Instant Pot and crock pot. So
now, who else among us is starving the entire day when you have meals cooking in the crock pot?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I am so hungry all day long because I'm smelling that yummy food. But Cayce, what do you use for crock pots?
I am pretty close to the same as Monica.
Hi, Linda.
I will use my good old friend, the Nesco electric pressure canner.
Okay.
Because you can slow cook in that as well. The only thing that I have slow cooked lately is there are some good football dips. That, football has started, you're having gatherings. This is a way to throw all that different, healthy cheese on top of cheese on top of cheese and chicken, all the healthy stuff, and let it sit for about 4 hours, and then you have this dip that is so good. So even if it's not folly feeling, you still can use your crock pot. I know some people have done dessert. Has anybody here done dessert as a slow cooker before? I haven't, but I need to try. Chris, you have?
Absolutely. That and breakfast. Like we'll make cinnamon rolls in our crock pot and I don't have to worry about it. I just put it on and let it cook and do its thing. And yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh. I own a crock pot, but have never used it.
Dottie,
Oh
you need to use your crock pot.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah.
I have 2 crock pots, 3 different sizes and inserts. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And Ann Philbeck said she just canned 4 quart size jars and 11 pints of chicken stock for lots of winter soup. That sounds like you are amazing. I forgot about that.
I have been doing that. I've been canning soups, dreaming of
Ooh.
when it gets cooler.
Ooh, crock pot apple crisp.
Mhm.
yes.
Well, you can go ahead and leave that recipe in the
In the
comment
comments.
section if
Yeah,
you'd
that'd be
like. Or,
great.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Rita.
Rita, that's awesome.
Woo-hoo.
That is
So
awesome.
last week, Chris, we challenged Anne to learn
Yes.
about fetch and challenged her not to use any of her points until the last day of November. So
Okay.
we have some of
Trying to
our
find it
viewers that
right
are
now.
in the challenge with us.
Yes.
I don't
I
even
thought I
have
was
it.
gonna beat everybody. And look at Rita. She is rocking that thing.
That's
Well,
Good.
I have to say,
amazing, Rita.
I do thank the people that used my code because I got
Yes.
a couple that used my code and
Mhm.
bumped me up. So I really do appreciate y'all scanning. I think both me and Monica's and getting
I
us up.
did. I got like 3 people that scanned, so thank you so much.
I
I was
think-
so excited. I think the part that really my son, my 13-year-old, he has a phone now. He has it because he works sometimes. And he was so excited. He's like, "What do you do?" And I said, "Well, this is what I do." He goes, "Well, can I get that on my phone?" I said, actually you could, because you know what? I mean, you do spend your own money.
Yeah.
You don't need to put your bank account information in here. So you can feasibly just get gift cards. You don't need a bank account. You don't need a debit card. You don't need a credit. You can just he goes, "I can get an Xbox gift card." I said, "Yes, you can." So not only did my 13-year-old sign up with mine, my 15-year-old Jacob was like, "Well, hot dog, I am gonna." So he did as well, and both of them signed up in one day because they were
Can
so
I get a Blanchild to sign up for me?
I'm
Please?
no,
gonna
you're gonna
my
have to try to
husband
get
to
somebody.
do that.
They
Oh
were
my
so
God.
excited because they can get Xbox gift cards. I'm like, lure the teenagers in. Xbox
Right?
gift cards, Adidas gift cards, all the stuff.
Ann Philbeck said she got 1,800 points in like 4 days. I have 4,843 points. I thought that was pretty doggone good in a
Great
week,
job.
in 1 week. And then Lisa had so many receipts she can't do anymore.
That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
I love that.
I just do. Worth is now just walking in the door and handing me the receipt, or just stepping in the car and handing me the receipt.
No, I had to laugh because I was at a gas station and I thought about you, Ann, because I was pumping my gas and I'm, twiddling my thumbs and I get my receipt and I looked over to the next pump and
Yeah.
I tiptoed over there and
Did you
pulled the
pull it?
receipt and I went back to my car and nobody saw me. Nobody cared. Nobody
I
knew
did
I was
that at McDonald's
cards.
when I had the kids this past week. There was a couple of receipts in the trash can.
You go, girl.
It was
That is
right
awesome.
there in front of my face. I
Well, the
mean,
kids,
come on.
we were at the feed store this week and I was buying feed and I got what I needed. And they said, "Mom, can we have your receipt?" I was like, "No, you can't have my receipt." So I went to go scan it. Well, each of the 3 younger boys were in there they wanted to buy a root beer and they had their own money. So they walked in and they said, "Well, we would like to pay separately." And she said, "Would you like your receipts?" And they said, "Yes, we do." So they all gave it to my 13-year-old. He was standing there like money bags, like collecting everyone's receipts. He thought he was like rolling in the dough. He's like, "I'm gonna get all kinds of points." I was like, "Bro, they're 25 points. Calm down." But he was so excited to just get 75 points for
Yeah.
only buying one thing for
There you
himself.
go.
And his
Awesome.
brothers helped him out. But yeah, we were kind of addicted over here to that now.
So,
Here.
Chris, have you ever used the app Fetch?
I have not. I've heard a lot about it, and you guys are just amazing me. So I'm gonna have to scan
You
it.
see me and Monica
Cayce?
grabbing for the code.
Use Miss Ann's code. She would love it. And right now they have, if you refer a friend, you get 4,000 points.
It's
I
right
don't
now.
even know. I don't even know how to tell what my code is. I don't know.
Okay, Miss Ann, and everybody in the chat, if you have Fetch, we're going to just hit on this really quick because this is a crock pot recipe thing, but I need to show
Yes,
you.
if you're buying ingredients for crock pots, you have to have a receipt.
Yes. So if you have Fetch and you have it and you want to share your code with someone, your 13-year-old child or your husband, you go to your little friend face down here. Go to your little face and you're going to come up with all this. Okay. Go to refer a friend. Go to
Yeah.
refer a friend. Click that. And now look at that beautiful code.
Oh,
And there's your little code.
see.
So
See,
Now,
okay,
this is
hang on.
the scan it.
there you go.
I'm
And you
gonna
have
do
to
it.
scan the code. You
Look
can
at
scan the code.
the magic right
Look
here.
at this, you guys.
Or-
Everybody should be doing this.
Hey, pull it down a little
Yeah.
bit, Miss Ann, and you need to show everybody your little number code.
Look at
Go down a little
that.
bit further. Type in when you go to Fetch. You don't even need to scan the QR code. If you just type in, well, let me see your code, Miss Ann. What is it?
Okay.
DMJ9HM,
It's,
right?
yes, DMJ9HM. I'm sorry, it's backwards for me. So
Okay, there it is. Type it in, and Miss Ann is going to get credit. She'll get 2,000 points, and you'll get 2,000 points.
No, I think it's
Just when you-
4,000 right now. I think it's
No,
4,000.
well, mine only says 2 right now. It
That's
changed
because
it.
so many. That's because you have so many kids that have used your code.
this says 2,000. It does say 2,000.
Oh,
Yeah, it changed from yesterday, Cayce. It was 4,000 yesterday.
It was 4,000. We
Yeah.
should have gone live yesterday.
Doggone it. But if you do that, then Miss Ann gets credit, you get credit, and it's cool because now you can start earning points for Christmas time.
There you go.
Because
So
Now,
Chris,
I'm going to challenge Chris now. I'm going to challenge Chris. So we've heard it now on the live for Chris to download this. And all you got to do is scan one receipt a day.
Okay.
One receipt.
yeah, one receipt.
How many points
Use-
you get from
use
now?
my code.
And
Okay.
use Miss Ann's code.
Did.
But
I
the
sent
cool
her
thing
and it's okay.
Yeah, and it doesn't take, you don't need to put your credit card information in. You don't need to have a bank account. And I think sometimes people are a little leery of that. And that's where, like, my son was like, well, can I use it? I'm like, yeah, actually you can, bro. Just do it. Yeah,
There you
highly
go.
recommend it. We should be sponsored by Fetch at this point, Cayce. We need to get
should.
Fetch.
But let me tell you,
Oh,
Chris,
yeah.
I scanned so many like little tiny receipts that for a while I was getting a free $10 Subway gift card like every other week.
That's
So I was
awesome.
able to just get, I mean, that's like free lunch right there, even though
Yeah.
yes, we're supposed to be promoting that you make your own and, blase, blase on the home side. But
I will say that it's encouraging my kids because he said, well, how do I know? So he went to the little search bar and he typed in Xbox, and now he knows he needs 51,500 points to get a $50 Xbox card. So he's now
Woohoo.
working. My 15-year-old is like, I need 51,500 points then, Mom. I was like, sounds like a plan. So, but it's kind of cool because, it helps you set a little reward goal for yourself. So
There you go.
Absolutely.
Why
See,
not?
I have to get my crew going on this too then, because
there you go. Chris is going to be bank now. But crockpot meals, you got to go spend the money anyway. You're going to be shopping at the Brookshires or the Kroger or the Walmart or the Amazon for all your things. So when you're doing it, don't forget to upload your receipt. There you go. But yeah, I don't use my card anywhere. I use cash only. You can still use it, which is the best part.
as long as you get a receipt.
Yep.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, so on the crockpot meals.
Crockpot meals. Reel it back in. Crockpot meals.
Yeah. So I did say, oh, I'm sorry, Cayce.
No,
I
I
did
was just
say-
going to ask about cinnamon roll. Sorry, Doug.
Cinnamon roll.
I will post that one on too. I'm really funny because when I find recipes or I've been using recipes for years, I have a big binder that I keep. I don't like everything online, and I don't like everything online because what happens when internet gods say, nope, there's no more internet right now.
Right.
And so I have binders that are full of recipes that I've either downloaded or written myself. And I go through and I figure out what's going to work. Like I posted one this morning that was a pot roast recipe, but it's not even mine. So I gave credit to the person that I grab it from.
That's wonderful.
But it's, you can do everything from, like, I do breakfast casseroles on Sunday morning. I actually posted one of them. It's a bacon sausage breakfast casserole.
Ooh, yum.
Eggs, and you can do hash browns. I tend to not do the hash browns. I just do extra eggs into mine. So that's, there's a lot of different things you can do every meal of the day in a crock pot. There's no limit to breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, cheese dips, everything.
Right.
And desserts. Someone had posted an apple crisp, and I actually have one as well, but I don't know who it was. I have to go back and look. But apple crisp, it's amazing. Oh, the all recipe one. Tamara posted that. Slow cooker apple crisp. Find things like that. We've made apple butter in our crock pot and then canned it later.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of things like that you can come up with, and every recipe under the sun is online right now. So like I said, just make sure you hit print on things and keep track of it in a binder.
Ooh,
So
Rita says that you should make a cookbook with all of your favorite recipes.
I have a couple cookbooks out. We actually have one that is a sun recipe. So using the sun oven, which is exactly the same thing as using a crock pot inside.
Okay.
I live in northern Arizona, so I take full advantage of the sun in the summertime. But I do have a lot of recipes there as well. Right now, I'm eating mostly carnivore, if my mouth will work with my brain here. So I eat all meat.
Yeah.
I've lost a lot of weight and I'm still going, and I'm almost there. You guys, almost there.
You look absolutely phenomenal.
Thank
You look
you.
absolutely amazing. I know
I'm
that's hard
still
work.
working on it. Still working on it.
Oh,
But I will say a little plug, because that is important to have a binder of the stuff that you like or you hear. And we talk about it on our podcast that we
Yes.
have just the handy dandy Hay Bale Prepper Guide.
Mhm.
Toot our own horn. And there are the recipe cards in there, because that's the thing is you hear, you hear recipes, whether you're watching a YouTube video. I could be watching Anne, and I'm like, ooh, I really like that. But instead of having to rewatch it 9 billion times, because YouTube doesn't always give you the credit for watching.
No, they don't.
Go ahead and write it down and put it somewhere that you can have it to grab it and pull it out. So
That's
even
right.
for your crock pot recipes, print them out. And All Recipes does have a wonderful website. And if you go there and click on crock pot under All Recipes, it's all the different crock pot recipes that they have. And it really is a good one. Simple.
Paul Cayce says that his wife made hamburger soup for supper. He said it was great. It could have been a crock pot meal, but it was on a rainy day, made soup super perfect.
Yeah.
Which is, you always write down on index cards and put in a recipe file. That's good. That's great. I have my grandmother's recipe card box.
Oh, I love that.
Which is super cool because a lot of it's in her handwriting, and that's a lot of fun. So, Rita says, I wish I could lose weight, but I'm on the go all the time. So I eat a lot of sandwiches.
I am too. I run 2 businesses, our farm, and I'm homeschooling. And so homeschooling does not mean you're at home.
Right.
I do lots of smoked meats and things like that. And I can take sausages and that in the car with me when I'm on the go. And I've cut out all bread altogether, all pasta, all potatoes at this point, completely gone. So when you do see recipes that you can always transform them to make them work for you. That creamy garlic chicken, I ate just the chicken.
Yeah.
The kids had noodles or rice or something else with it. Last night we did chicken as well. And Grayson, she did a gravy, and I didn't have the gravy just because there was, ingredients in there that I just don't want to eat right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've lost 117 pounds, you guys. I'm going to keep going with this. I'm almost there. 23 pounds to go. So I'm on a roll. And for me, you just find what works. So, when we do a pot roast recipe, I just don't eat the carrots or the onions in that. I eat just the meat. And same with like our breakfast one. I just don't put the potatoes in it. The recipe calls for potatoes, but I just double the eggs because that's how we eat it now.
Okay.
Well,
we had a friend. We had a friend that made a crock pot meal for us, a roast. And because Worth is not eating any sugar or carbs at this time, she put radishes in with the roast.
Perfect.
And it still had the crunch of potato, but it took off the bite of the radishes. It was really unique, a unique taste. But we enjoyed that because it was our pretend potatoes. So that was good.
That's what jicama does in the stew that we eat. That's what the jicama does. We julienne our jicama, but if we made them in little cubes, it would be probably very similar to the cubed potatoes. But we dice we put them in the julienne strips, and it makes it like a really nice little crunch. And it's it's something different, and it's not in the shape of potato, so everybody knows it's not. But it's very palatable that way. But yeah, I mean, there's so many ways you can make your crock pot recipes and make them work for you with what you're doing, whether you're eating because you have diabetes, or maybe you're eating because you have a health condition that you were trying to cut out sugar, carbs, or maybe you're doing something that's an anti-inflammatory diet where you're not eating any nightshades. That's a really difficult one, but you can still make your meat and make your foods in the crock pot, and it's going to be ready for you to go later. I think for me, Tuesdays are like literally the most busy day for me because I get home from school. I have just a few hours to get my life together. And then I come in right away to record, and we do the live stream. And then as soon as I'm done here, I go for a walk. And by the time I come back, it's pitch black and it's time for bed for everybody. So for me, having nights like tonight, this is the perfect crock pot day. If my jicama, it's actually Jicama is how you spell it. Jicama.
It's kind of like when you say Jose. It's
thank you, Tam.
It'll spell differently.
Yeah, jicama.
Okay.
But you can get them at the Walmart. So
you can get them at the Walmart.
I don't have them at my Walmart. I've got 3 Walmarts within 25 to 30 minutes of my house, and all 3 of those Walmarts typically carry jicama.
Okay, I have one.
Pretty standard that way. Yeah.
You also can get it already shredded and stuff. In the grocery area, and it's good.
It could be
I'm a kid, and I probably should follow in Chris's footsteps and do that. But I'm like, if you ain't got no potatoes and my pot roast, I'm talking about you. Multiple friends.
No, trust me, you get used to
Larry says the same thing because he's born in Idaho. He's Mr. Potato, and he's like, I have to cut those out of my diet. And I'm like, no, I have to cut those out of my diet, and you can have whatever you want. So
that's right.
Instead, he goes on 10-mile hikes on the weekends on his days off and counters his carbs that way. But
there we go. There we go.
Yes. So we do still cook all the same. Like I'll do rice or potatoes or pasta for the kids. I just choose not to eat it at this point. So
that's a great way to have the crock pot recipe, because you can mainly just fix the meat, the bulk of the meat in there, and then said child, husband, spouse, whatever can say, you know what, I'd rather have it on noodles. This child will be like, I'd rather have rice. And Chris says, I don't want any of the carbs, but you still have a quick, instant, well, not instant, but homemade crock pot, delicious homemade recipe.
Absolutely. And here's the deal. If you want to make that meal super fast, pre-cook Sunday afternoons, cook pasta and have in your refrigerator waiting for you. If you don't want to mix it in the crock pot itself. But we've cooked sausages, we raise our own pork. So, every type of pork that you can possibly imagine in our crock pot, besides bacon. Bacon does not crock pot very well. It comes out rubbery. So you want to fry that bad boy first. But you can do any type of beef, any type of game. So elk, deer. We have cooked rotisserie chickens, believe it or not, in our crock pot. I do quail because we raise quail as well. And we will cook all the little quails in there. And then throw them under the broiler for a few minutes afterward and make them crispy and like a rotisserie.
Yum.
So you can do that right in your crock pot and let it cook all day. And then you don't have to worry. My biggest deal with a crock pot is I don't have to worry about it later on. Same with my outdoor oven crock pot style. I put it all in the morning and it is done at dinner time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, I got to tell you, there is an invention that is not exactly healthy for you, but I particularly love it. They make these bags now. It's like cooking bags that you can put to cover your crock pot bowl, because mine is all scratched and everything sticks to it now. So I love those bags. They're terrible for you. Do as I say, not as I do. But It is. That was a nice treat for me to be able to get the food out and then pick that bag up and throw it away, and there's your crock pot all
And
clean.
minimal cleaning that way. Minimal
Yes.
cleaning. Unless
Yeah,
you drip on the side, you don't even have to worry about it at that point.
that's right. That's right.
I think I
So
like the fact too. I'm so sorry. I was going to say, I think I like the fact too that I can control the salt and the sugar and the things that are in my crock pot meals. Just like any time of cooking at home, you really can't control what's in there because my dad he loves soup, but he doesn't hardly eat it. And he tells me all the time, I love eating soup in the winter and the fall, but all those soups in the store, they're just filled with all that salt, Monica. And he had a heart attack years ago. And
oh,
so because of that, he tries to be mindful of how much salt he eats. And so
mhm.
I'm always like, Dad, I can make stuff for you. I'll make a big old crock pot of X, Y, and Z soup, and then I'll send you some. And that's important for me to know that he's being taken care of that way. So, like
Yeah.
you were saying too, controlling the amount of things you're putting in, and you know exactly what's going on in the crock pot and
That's
what's
right.
going to be put into your body.
And we
Absolutely.
never really worry about cooking too much in the crock pot because we can always can it up in our Nesco instant canner, which is fabulous. All right, so Rita says quail baked in dressing was one of my grandchildren's favorite meals. That's great.
Mhm.
Is that alphabet soup? Paul Case Farms wants to know. Maybe could be A, B, C, or
Never
D.
know. Never know.
So, everyone, we're past our 30 minutes. We're the 30-minute gang over here at Round the Hay Bale on Hey Y'all Hey. We appreciate you all so much for being here. Tell him to use real salt, as in
Mhm.
Redmond's real salt, Monica.
I have tried that, but he's been indoctrinated by the doctors. I probably shouldn't say that, but that's what he's been he's been told to do certain things and not to do others. So you can
Yeah,
only do so much with a gentleman.
Redmond's real salt really is good and doesn't
That's
hurt
actually
your blood
what I
pressure.
use too is Redmond's.
Yeah,
No.
it doesn't hurt
Yeah.
your blood pressure. But by the way, Redmond's, we could use a sponsorship. That would be fabulous.
We would
So
love
come check us
sponsorship.
out. Email us
Redmond and Fetch.
roundthehaybale@gmail.com. Okay, everyone, we love you so much. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate all of your input. Don't forget the recipes are going to be in the About page after this live is over of the ones that we spoke of yesterday. And you can check out chrisandlarry.com and get all of her recipes and some of her favorites from other people that she's been sharing. Hey, Duval, I'm so glad you're here, honey. Thank you. Duval. All right. Bye, y'all. Bye. Have a great night. We love you. Bye.